back to Bob Dandridge. I mean, you think about it. On one hand, one part of his career, he played alongside Kareem and Oscar Robertson in the first
Yes,
part
he
of
did.
his career. And at the end part of his career, he played with Elvin Hayes and Wes Unseld.
Yes, sir.
So you talk about a guy who was able to fit with two superstars on each time and win a title with those said superstars. He was basically the ultimate missing piece of of those of those teams. Because yeah, he was drafted by the Bucks in the late 60s. Then they got Kareem, they drafted Kareem, they acquired Oscar Robertson, then they won the championship in 71. Then he moves on to the Bullets, who had lost to the Bucks in 71 with essentially the same team minus Gus Johnson. Then you move on to the late 70s. They lose in 75 to the Warriors. Then they go back in 78, you know, dethrone the Sixers in the playoffs in 78 to finally get back to the finals. And they finally win it over the Sonics. And they go back to back finals in 78 and 79. Dandridge was always like that missing piece. And the dunk to seal the series in Game 7 in the 78 finals, the dunk heard all around the DMV. you know
Exactly.
that was pretty much the capstone of his career, because he was an awesome player and one of the more underrated players in NBA history.
Definitely. And to your point of him playing with the superstars, he was every bit as essential and integral
Yes, he was.
as those guys because he was a guy with his versatility. Like there's a lot of people that they say he's versatile, like the old dreaded combo guard that I hate. Well,
Yeah.
he can handle the ball. Well, he gonna turn it over as much as he make an assist. He was good. Like if you need defense, he was good at it. If you
Yeah.
needed shooting, he could shoot. If you needed playmaking, he could play make. He's a
Yeah.
tremendous slasher and finisher. But
Yeah.
then last but not least, if you needed somebody, like a lot of times Wes Unseld and those Elvin Hayes, you banging in there, with, Donnie Shelton and Jack Sigma and those guys. Hey,
Yeah.
man, we need some help on these boards a little bit. He
Yeah.
can get in there and hold his
Yeah.
own on the boards too, which is the difference in winning games. And I thought he was going to be your guy. You've revealed that he's not.
Yeah.
But when they talk about all-time great small forwards,
Yeah.
the brother name never comes up.
Never comes up. It
It never
never
comes
comes
up.
up. And
And it's
why?
crazy. You
Yes,
know,
Bob Dandridge is like every bit one of the greatest small forwards of all time. But unfortunately,
absolutely.
I mean, like you got guys like Bird and Dr. J and Dominique Wilkins and all of them that suck up all the airspace. You know, where's Bob Dandridge?